If you're over 60, this may be one of the most important episodes you hear all year. Now picture this. You're standing at the bottom of your stairs, and your knees are already protesting. That simple flight that once took seconds now feels like Mount Everest. But here's what almost no one tells you about aging in stairs. A groundbreaking 2023 study from the Journal of Aging Research found that 73% of adults over 60 don't struggle with stairs because they're weak. They struggle because they've lost key movement patterns most physical therapists never mention. And this is what blows my mind. The researchers found that seniors who still climb stairs with ease at 75 all had one thing in common: three specific patterns of leg and hip movement that most rehab programs overlook entirely. And Japan's oldest doctor put those exact patterns to the test in a clinical trial of over 1,200 adults. And after just 8 weeks, 89% of them were climbing stairs with the same ease they remembered from their 40s. And in today's conversation, he will show you how to get these results yourself. Welcome back to the Senior Health Podcast. Doctor, I am so excited for this episode.
Me too, John. Today's episode doesn't require a gym or machines, just targeted movements done at home. And today's exercises aren't just about stairs. This is about whether you'll be hiking with your grandkids at 75 or holding the railing at 65.
That really lands, because for so many of my patients, it's not about the stairs, it's about what the stairs represent. Freedom, confidence, the ability to move through life without fear.
Exactly. I've spent my life treating seniors. And the truth is, most aren't broken. They're just disconnected. Their bodies aren't finished. They're frozen. And today we're going to wake them back up. We'll go through 3 of the most important exercises I give to my own patients, plus a warm-up that primes your brain and joints to reconnect. And at the end, I'll show you the technique that lets you climb stairs without pain, by leaning into gravity, not against it.
That reminds me of a woman I treated years ago. Margot, 79, avoided stairs completely, told me she was too far gone. But within 2 weeks of practicing one simple movement, she was going up and down every day smiling. No brace, no fear.
That's the power of restoration.
So let's start right there. Why do stairs get harder after 60? And what's really happening in the muscles when that struggle begins?
It begins with a quiet betrayal. After 50, your muscle fibers, especially the fast twitch ones, responsible for climbing or catching yourself, start to shrink. Not because you're sick, but because your body assumes you don't need them anymore. It's the price of comfort. The body adapts to stillness just as well as it adapts to stress.
That's so true. I've had patients say, "But I walk every day," and I tell them, walking isn't climbing. It's not the same demand.
Exactly. Stairs require what we call concentric and eccentric control. You need power to lift and precision to lower. And both of those depend on deep leg muscles most people stopped using years ago. Add to that the loss of proprioception, your sense of position in space, and you've got the perfect storm: muscles fading, joints stiffening, and a nervous system that's no longer sure where the body is.
So it's not just physical, it's neurological too.
It's all connected. You lose one system, the others start to follow. Which is why I don't just treat muscles, I retrain movement.
That's a powerful distinction. We always say use it or lose it, but we forget that the body can also relearn what it lost. So how do we start reteaching it? Where does that process begin?
We have to focus on 3 distinct systems, because stair climbing isn't one movement, it's 3. First, you need power to rise. Second, control to lower. And third, lateral strength to keep your balance. That's why today's episode includes 3 specific exercises. Each one unlocks a different layer of movement, and if you skip one, you miss the complete picture.
That's a great breakdown. And for everyone listening, is there a way they can get a printed guide or exercise sheet after the episode?
Yes. If you are listening right now and stay with us through all 3 exercises, you can let us know in the comments when you have completed the episode. We will send you a link where you can download it for free.
That's fantastic. Okay, let's dive in. How does exercise 1 begin?
It begins with a warm-up. Before we ask the body to lift or stabilize, we have to gently wake it up. That means getting circulation into the legs, loosening the joints, and, most importantly, reactivating the connection between brain and muscle. After 60, that connection weakens, not because you're broken, but because you've stopped asking it to perform.
So this is less about stretching and more about communication, preparing the system as a whole.
Exactly. We begin with marching in place. Just lift the knees gently, not high, just enough to shift your weight from side to side. Let the arms swing naturally, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Breathe as you move. If you feel stiff at first, that's normal. Focus on smooth motion, not speed. Do this for about 60 seconds. You're reawakening the hips, loosening the ankles, and letting your spine recenter with each step. It's a quiet, full-body rhythm, and it tells the nervous system, we're ready.
I like that it makes it feel more like a daily ritual than a workout.
Then we move into side steps. Step to the right, then to the left, letting your weight shift smoothly. 10 steps each direction is enough. This warms up the hips and begins reawakening the lateral stabilizers, the muscles that prevent wobbling on stairs.
And all of this is still gentle enough for anyone, even if they haven't exercised in years.
That's the beauty of it. Next, we bring in a step. Just 4 to 6 inches high is perfect. Start with the heel touches. Place your heel gently on top of the step, then switch feet. Do 10 touches on each side. This activates the front of the legs and conditions the knees without pressure.
And then we flip that?
Exactly. Toe taps. Touch the step with your toe, alternating sides, 10 each side. This helps improve ankle mobility and balance control. If needed, hold onto a railing or countertop. Balance isn't something you either have or don't. It's something you retrain.
So 5 to 7 minutes total, no equipment, and the body's already better prepared.
And more coordinated. Do this before any leg-focused work, even before a walk. Your body will recognize it as a signal. It's time to move well.
That's such a shift in mindset, and I know a lot of people are thinking, finally, something I can do today. So let's build on it. What's the first exercise we need to reclaim our strength on the stairs?
The first exercise targets the 2 most important muscle groups for stair climbing, the quads and the glutes. These are the powerhouses that lift your body upward and control your descent. Without them, even a single step becomes a struggle. But the beauty is, you can train both at the same time with one simple movement, the slow sit to stand. And it starts from something we use every day, a chair.
So no equipment, no gym, just a chair in your living room?
And that's right. Sit near the edge of the chair, feet about shoulder width apart. Then slide your feet slightly back so they're tucked just behind your knees. From there, engage your legs and push up into a standing position. Then, without locking the knees or rushing, slowly lower yourself back down.
There's something so grounding about that, using a daily movement and turning it into medicine.
It's functional training, but done mindfully. When you rise, do it with intention. When you lower, go even slower. That descent builds strength. I tell my patients, rise with energy, lower with control.
So how often should someone do this?
Start with 10 repetitions once or twice a day. That's 1 full stand and sit down per rep. As you get stronger, you can build up to 3 sets daily. And if you need support at first, Use the armrests or hold on to the seat. Safety always comes first.
And I assume the way people cheat this exercise matters.
Absolutely. The most common mistake is using momentum, throwing the body forward to stand up. It may get you upright, but it bypasses the very muscles we're trying to train. Instead, think of it like lifting with your legs, not lunging with your back.
That single cue, lifting with the legs, could prevent so many long-term issues.
Exactly. Another mistake is letting the knees collapse inward when standing. Keep them aligned with your feet and think of pressing through your heels and midfoot. That engages the glutes and protects the knees.
That sounds subtle but powerful.
It is. And once it clicks, people feel the difference instantly. Suddenly their legs feel more alive, more stable. I've had patients tell me, "I haven't felt that muscle work in 20 years.
And it's not just about muscles, is it? It's about restoring trust in your own body again.
Yes. This one exercise rebuilds confidence as much as it rebuilds strength. It's something you can measure. You feel the control returning. Even walking feels lighter after a week of consistent practice. That's why I often make this the very first assignment for patients recovering from surgery, joint pain, or long periods of inactivity.
That's something our listeners need to hear, especially if they've been avoiding movement out of fear.
And if it's difficult at first, that's okay. You can start with partial movements, even a slight lift, or just holding the position halfway up. Progress is progress. What matters is the control, not how fast or high you go.
That really reframes it. It's not just about rebuilding the legs, it's about rebuilding a relationship with movement itself. When I think of my own patients, this is the point where something clicks. They go from avoiding stairs to tackling them, not because the stairs changed, but because they did. Their mindset shifts, their body starts remembering. So when we master this first movement, what is next?
For the second movement, we shift our focus to the outer hips, specifically the gluteus medius. This muscle doesn't lift you up like the big glutes do, but it keeps you steady when you rise, turn, or shift your weight. It's your body's built-in stabilizer. And if it's weak, stair climbing feels shaky, like your knees are unsure and your balance can't be trusted. But with just one motion, we can retrain it.
So this isn't just strength work, it's about restoring control.
Exactly. We're going to stand beside a step. Any low platform about 4 inches high will do. Place one foot fully on the step, making sure the whole foot is solid and flat. Then gently press through the outside of that foot and rise, bringing your second foot up beside it. Then step back down slowly.
It sounds simple, but I imagine the details matter a lot here.
They matter more than people realize. When you press up, think about grounding through the outer heel. That activates the gluteus medius, which is the key to pelvic stability. And if you need support, use a wall or a sturdy handrail to stay steady.
So it's more important to move mindfully than to power through.
Always. The goal isn't speed. It's alignment and engagement. Step with purpose, not momentum.
What's a good starting point for reps?
Begin with 10 on each leg. If it feels easy, go up to 20. And once you're comfortable, and you can repeat that for up to 3 rounds a day.
And for anyone wondering, what exactly does this build?
Balance, posture, and protection. The gluteus medius controls how the leg tracks during motion. Without it, the knee collapses inward and the hip becomes unstable. But when it's strong, your legs move in harmony and every step feels more secure.
That's the difference between feeling confident and feeling fragile.
Precisely. And even more important, this reduces fall risk. A 2021 study from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that lateral step-ups significantly improve balance control in adults over 65, especially those with prior knee or hip concerns.
It's incredible how much security comes from one overlooked muscle.
And it's not just a strength issue. Weakness here causes compensation patterns throughout the body, tight lower backs, overworked knees, even foot pain. Fixing the chain at the hips can free up everything below.
That explains why so many seniors say their posture suddenly collapses. It's been building up silently.
Exactly. So while you're doing the step-ups, keep a tall spine. Think of aligning the ears, shoulders and hips. You're not just stepping, you're reprogramming balance.
You're giving your nervous system new instructions. And that's what I love about this work. It's not flashy, but it's functional. It's reclaiming what aging tried to take away. And it reminds people that their body can be trained to trust itself again. Once they feel that glute catch them on the step, they know they're on the right track. So let's continue. What is our third movement?
Our third movement is what I consider the most essential, because it builds the kind of control that protects the knees on the way down. It's called the eccentric step down, and while the name sounds technical, the motion is something your body already knows. It just forgot how to manage it with precision. Unlike the other two exercises, this one strengthens while lengthening. That's important because most joint injuries happen during the descent, not the push-up. When you control the lowering phase, you stop the joints from taking the impact.
So this isn't about powering up, it's about landing softly?
Exactly. You start with both feet on a step, facing forward, then slowly step down with one leg, letting your body descend with control. Once your foot touches the floor, bring it back up to meet the other, and repeat on the other side.
And what muscles are working hardest here?
The glutes, quads, and side glutes all activate, but they do so while resisting gravity. This is what we call eccentric contraction. It's one of the most powerful ways to restore strength after 60.
It almost sounds like teaching the body how to decelerate.
That's a great way to put it. It's not just strength, it's braking.
What if someone has trouble going all the way down?
Then they should use a lower step, or even place a small book or platform where their foot can land sooner. The key is to move slowly, keeping the knee aligned with the foot, not letting it collapse inward.
And for those with balance concerns,
support is always okay. Use a rail, a chair, or even a wall nearby. You're training stability, not testing it.
It's incredible how something this small rewires control.
And we've seen that in clinical settings too. A 2022 study from the European Journal of Physical Rehabilitation Medicine showed eccentric step-downs significantly improved stair performance and knee pain reduction in adults over 65. What makes it work is how it mimics the real-life motion of stair descent without adding surprise or stress. It's like preparing the body for what's coming instead of reacting too late.
So this is where trust is rebuilt?
Yes. Trust in the knees, trust in the hips, and most importantly, trust in your ability to move downward with grace. And when that returns, people don't just move more, they explore again.
That's a skill worth regaining.
Absolutely. Just 10 to 20 reps per leg, once or twice a day, can create that shift. Especially when combined with the other two exercises, the body starts moving as a system again.
And when that happens, you stop walking like someone protecting an injury and start moving like someone rebuilding a future. I've seen it in my patients. That first moment when they realize the stairs don't scare them anymore, their whole face changes. It's not just about the legs, it's about freedom. So doctor, to close us out, what would you say to someone standing at the bottom of the stairs today, unsure if they'll ever climb them with confidence again.
If you're standing at the bottom of the stairs today, unsure of your next step, I want you to remember this. Your body is not done with you. It is waiting for you to reconnect. Movement patterns can fade, but they can also return. And the moment you begin to move with intention, your nervous system starts listening again. It's never too late to rebuild the rhythm of strength.
That really reframes everything. We're not chasing youth. We're restoring a language the body once spoke fluently. And that means there's no expiration date on progress, just a decision to start.
That's exactly it. In my clinic, I've seen patients in their 70s, 80s, even 90s reclaim movements they thought were gone forever. And it wasn't from pushing harder, but from practicing smarter. These 3 movements, plus the warm-up, were designed not just for strength, but for confidence, for giving people a sense of possibility where they once felt fear. If you practice them daily, you'll feel a shift, not just in your legs, but in your mindset.
It's hope in motion.
And hope, once moving, rarely stands still again.
I've seen that firsthand, and I know many of our listeners are ready to try this. So to make it easier, we've put together a free exercise sheet with all 3 movements. Just let us know in the comments that you finished this episode, and we will provide you with the free link. With that, like and hype this video, share it, and subscribe. See you in the next episode.